Joining us now to dig in on this a little bit more, House Ways and Means Committee member, New York Republican Congresswoman Claudia Tenney. Congresswoman, great to have you with us. I'm not sure if you just heard that report, but obviously Happy Foods wouldn't be the only business impacted by this bill. Having said that, the logic behind this seems really flawed to me, especially as somebody who lives in New York City and we struggle with our own crime problems. Basically, you let the crime rage on and you penalize the businesses in the process. How does that make sense?
It doesn't make sense, and this is part of the problem with New York. It's not just New York City. These are statewide so-called criminal justice reforms, which prioritize the criminals over the businesses and the individuals and the people who are suffering in New York. Even in upstate New York, we have rising crime rates. And don't forget, my new district, New York 24 in upstate New York, basically circles the city of Rochester, which is experiencing one of the highest crime rates, violent crime rates in the Northeast. And we're not talking about Philadelphia. We're talking about Rochester, New York, on the seashore of Lake Ontario. And even in rural areas, we have this problem because the Democrats in Albany, one-party rule, and by the way, a veto-proof majority. So Kathy Hochul doesn't even attempt or try to work something out and get a dangerousness standard or actually help our small businesses. So when they close, they go out of business. You get less sales tax, you get less property tax, you get no prosperity.
Congresswoman, here's the thing. Here's the thing. When you see a bill like this in Chicago, you know it's probably coming to San Francisco, and you know it's probably coming to New York and a lot of these other big blue liberal cities. In other words, the strategy from the left now maybe is going to be, well, let's just force it on the business. We're not going to deal with the problems. Let's pass a law that forces it back on the business and back on consumers. Do you see this spreading?
Absolutely. It's all over the place. You see, New York has the highest outmigration of people and jobs, and a lot of it was the crime. The crime in upstate New York, because of the laws passed by Kathy Hochul and passed by Governor Cuomo in the past. Our energy is a disaster. But here's the issue, that nobody wants to stay in New York where you can't be safe. You've seen this over and over, and it's not going to end until the Democrats do something about it. But let me tell you what they are doing. They've already announced, the Democrats in Washington are going to invest another $45 million at least into the vulnerable Republicans who took an historic number of seats. We have 11 Republicans in New York, and they're going to be going after them. The reason we have them, the crime issue, and we were standing up strongly on these crime issues, and that's why you're going to see the Democrats fighting back. But they're not going to get anywhere if they don't fix the problem. And nobody in Albany has a will to fix the problem. That's why we've done so many things on the federal level to try to leverage our power of the purse with bad policy in Albany and saying, you want those federal grants? Then you're going to have to change your policies. You're going to have to protect your citizens.
Congresswoman, I want to pivot to another policy coming from you. You've introduced a bill that would redirect all the billions in the IRS expansion funds, well, to go down to the southern border for increased security. How does that work?
Yeah, first of all, we know that Biden put a ton of money in, over, I think, $80 billion to create 87,000 new IRS agents. Most of these people are going to crack down on the low-hanging fruit and the easy people to get. Those are the middle and lower income taxpayers who can't afford lawyers and accountants. And I was a tax lawyer. I know I helped all kinds of people with their taxes. The big guys are going to get away, and we're going to see this continued influx. So what I thought is put in a rescission bill, take that money and redirect it to the southern border. Or generally to the border, which is a violation of our sovereignty, is hurting our citizens. And not to bring up Kathy Hochul again, but she just put out another $1 billion in her budget to help relocate illegal migrants into upstate New York, where we are now the highest tax state. We have the highest outmigration. Our citizens and our small businesses cannot afford to have even more money taken out and more taxes in order to cover the costs of illegal immigrants. We have exploding Medicaid rates. We have exploding costs across this state that is all being borne by small business owners, and they are voting with their feet. They are leaving in droves. And this is a huge problem we've got to tackle as New Yorkers.
Congresswoman, the border needs help. There's no doubt about that. But please, somehow, can you get the money away from the IRS? Because I think that's what everybody is really concerned about here. We got to leave it there. Thank you, Congresswoman Claudia Tenney.